Have you ever wondered why two players can have the exact same ability, but only one gets noticed? Not because he's faster, not because he's stronger, and not even because he's more talented. Sports psychologists have observed something fascinating. When experienced coaches and scouts watch a match, they often form strong impressions of players within just a few minutes. It isn't based on one spectacular goal. It's based on consistent behaviors. How a player reacts after mistakes, how they move without the ball, how they communicate, and how they influence the game. Most players think scouts are searching for skills. They're not. They're searching for signals. Signals that tell them, can this player handle pressure? Can I trust him? Will he improve? Will he disappear when the game gets difficult? That's why you've probably seen players who weren't the most skillful get opportunities that others never received. From the outside, it looks unfair. But once you understand what scouts are actually looking for, everything changes. Because there is a mindset that quietly separates the players who are remembered from the players who are forgotten, and almost nobody talks about it. By the end of this video, you'll start seeing football through the eyes of a scout. You'll stop trying to impress people and start becoming impossible to ignore. Here's the biggest mistake almost every young footballer makes. They believe every match is a test of ability. It's not. It's a test of identity. Every decision you make sends a message. When you hide behind defenders, you send a message. When you stop asking for the ball after one mistake, you send a message. When your shoulders drop after losing possession, you send a message. The scary part? You don't even realize you're sending them. Think about the average player. He starts the game confidently. Then he misplaces one pass. Suddenly, he stops taking risks. He plays everything backwards. He avoids difficult situations. He hopes someone else takes responsibility. To him, he's just trying not to make another mistake. But to everyone watching, it looks completely different. And fear spreads. Your teammates stop trusting you. Your coach notices. The opponent senses it. The game slowly moves away from you, not because your ability disappeared, but because your mentality did. Most players aren't limited by their technique. They're limited by the story they're telling themselves. If I lose the ball, if I make another mistake, the coach will bench me. My teammates will blame me. Every touch becomes heavier. Every decision becomes slower. Every opportunity feels dangerous. That's why so many talented players look average on match day. Not because they lack talent, because they're protecting themselves instead of expressing themselves. And that's exactly what scouts notice. Now here's what nobody talks about. Scouts don't expect perfection. They expect resilience. Every professional footballer loses the ball. Every single one. Kevin De Bruyne loses possession. Jude Bellingham makes mistakes. Vinicius Jr. misses chances, yet they keep demanding the ball again and again and again. Why? Because confidence isn't believing you'll never fail. Confidence is believing one mistake doesn't define the next action. That's a completely different mindset. Research in sports psychology consistently shows that athletes who recover quickly from mistakes maintain better decision-making and perform more consistently under pressure. Elite players don't erase mistakes. They recover from them faster. Watch the best players carefully. Lose the ball. Immediate sprint. Miss a chance. Hands together. Next run. Bad pass. Demand it again. They never disappear. And that's what catches attention. Because recovery is visible. Everyone notices it. Your teammates, your opponents, your coach, the scout. Here's what nobody talks about. Recovery is more impressive than perfection. Imagine two midfielders. Both lose possession. The first one throws his arms in the air, complains, stops running, looks frustrated. The second immediately presses to win it back. Encourages a teammate, keeps communicating. 30 seconds later, he's asking for the ball again. Which player would you trust? Exactly. Scouts ask themselves that question constantly. Not consciously, almost instinctively. Football is full of uncertainty. A scout isn't just evaluating who you are today. He's imagining who you could become in 3 years. That's why mentality matters so much. Talent can improve. Attitude is much harder to change. So every reaction becomes evidence. Every sprint, every conversation, every decision, every setback. You're building a reputation long before anyone knows your name.